Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha as Phangnon Konyak today launched a book titled Folktale of the Konyak Nagas, written by Ichu Konyak at the Nagaland Baptist Church of Council Platinum Hall in Kohima. Speaking at the program, Phangnon said writing a book is a collective effort and to be documented.
Culture identity is something which is very close to my heart. I come from literature background, but then I was always very interested in culture. Why? Because this is what gives me my strength and my identity. No matter where I go, what I do, I always have this in my heart that I am a Konyak Naga. I come from a very rich heritage and I come from a very rich culture, so that has always been my source of strength. And ours being an oral tradition, as mentioned by our publisher, by the author, there is this need that we have to document, because like it has been mentioned by everyone, there is always this insider's perspective and outsider's perspective. They do not write and react with the sensitivities that we want. Some things are very important to us, sacred to us. They do not react to it that way, and then when they document it, it becomes a document. When that becomes a document, then that becomes the truth, the fact. So for us, the community writing its own experience and its own stories, that is very important because we come from an oral tradition.
Dr. Lanu Sanglat Sidir, publisher and chief editor, Heritage Publication House Dimapur, while delivering the publisher's note, said, "We need to keep on writing stories from our perspective, otherwise we won't be able to represent ourselves to the outside world." She acknowledged the Konyak community for their rich tradition, culture, stories, and that they have a lot to tell their stories to the world. She also urged the people gathered to document their cultures and tell their stories.
And until and unless we take up the responsibilities of storytelling from our own perspectives, we'll never be represented in the way that we deserve to be represented. And writing is an extreme privilege, but it is also a gift. And it is a gift to yourself when you write a story or when you write a book, and it is a gift you are giving to someone. So once again, I would like to thank Ichu for giving a story to your community. And I want to tell the young Konyak scholars, students, and people in responsible position that your community has such rich tradition, culture, story, and so you have so much to tell to the world.
Ichu Konyak, the author, expressed his gratitude to all the people behind the book. He also urged the younger generations to acknowledge their ancestors and preserve the culture passed down from generations.
Came up with today, it is not my dream, but it is by God's grace that I am able to come up here, and this wisdom that God has given me, and it is through the grace of God and the wisdom that God has bestowed to me, I am able to write this. And I want to thank our ancestors, especially. In my preface, in one of the preface, in some part of the book I have written, this book aims to celebrate and preserve the culture that our ancestors has passed on for generations. And I believe that today we will be able to make a difference, and then we will be able to share our stories for generations to come within Nagaland and even to the world itself.
That's all we have for now. Stay tuned for more news with Hornbill TV.